Hey guys, welcome back to Flappers Comedy Podcast. On tonight's episode, we have the Cassie from Euphoria. So happy to have her here.
Hi.
Cassie, you've had a hard go of it, huh?
I know.
No, I'm trying to be supportive.
Oh, thank you.
Cassie, do you like high school?
Why are you asking me all these tough questions? My God.
I didn't mean it to be tough.
Stop yelling at me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Do you want to have sex with me? I'm lonely.
What?
I love Nate.
Cassie, what are you talking about?
I'd do anything for Nate.
Okay.
I'd even listen to Ken Gar.
Welcome back to Flappers Comedy Podcast. We had on huge star from Euphoria, Cassie. I couldn't believe we got her in here, all right?
I know why you say huge.
Oh, is that a joke about her boobs? They're great boobs. Good job for you, Cassie.
Dude, Euphoria is a great show, dude.
It is. It really is a good show. The latest episode, you watched it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the last episode was so intense that this one was kind of like,
a palate cleanser.
Yeah. But I mean, there was some crazy stuff in this one too. I don't want to give any spoilers.
A lot of threats of murder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop with the spoilers.
Yeah, it's a good show. I was surprised. I was not going to watch it, but then my friend Bianca Cristo said it's good, and I trust her opinion, so I checked it out last year. And for the first season is great. I binge watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, what's going to happen next? These guys what's going on, Crazy
If you're not a fan of Zendaya, you can fucking lick my hairy ass balls, dude.
I do like Zendaya.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's good. She's in the Spider-Man movie too. She's funny. I think she's a good, very talented young actress. I'm a big fan.
Yes.
But on today's episode, what I was going to do is on Twitter, I unleashed a firestorm.
What?
Not really, but I did my... At first, I started with my top 10 list of comedians as like a joke, like tongue-in-cheek list of like who my favorite 10 comics are of all time. And I just put in like the weirdos. Because I haven't been doing comedy in LA as long as me, like in the LA scene. So you may not know as many of these people.
I've been in LA. I just don't get acquainted with people. I'm not as easily likable as you are.
Well, thank you. And I disagree. You are a likable person.
Yeah, you gotta get through this rough skin though first, dude.
Right. I mean, maybe not as likable as me, but it's tough,
Yeah.
Not everybody can do it, Not everybody can have a giant, it's on this side, a giant zit on their head to just make people more comfortable around me. I mean,
you're the everyman, dude. Zits on the head.
I'm the everyman. Anyone who boils on the head after he shaved his head, that's me. But anyways, yeah, why don't you know these people if you've been here as long? Were you not doing stuff in LA? Because it doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm not like friends with these people.
I just don't take note of people. I see them on stage. I'm not good with names. I'm in my head the whole time.
Right. But here's the thing. There's no way that you can't take note of somebody like a Mystery Dan. You're not
Mystery Dan? I know Mystery Dan.
But a lot of the people in his face like, how dare you? Sir, I know Mystery Dan. Let me tell you a few. Marty's, I know that guy. Jamar Neighbors was. I probably should have put Marty on the list.
Yeah.
You brought up Jamar, so I will say this. Apparently someone dropped the N-word on Jamar on stage in San Diego. That's fucked up. That is not cool. But he tweeted about it. And so I just want to say, shout out to Jamar. Raccoon Tweety stands behind you.
Do you like the name or do you like Titties?
I like Tweeties, man.
Yeah, I do too. It fits you, dude. You're tweeting 24/7.
Yeah, I'm always my screen time is unhealthy at this point. The doctor's like, "What's your screen time?" The doctor looks at my phone when I go there, like, "Well, Jesus Christ." like, I have like some health problem. He's like, okay, so what's your diet like? I'm like, it's a normal diet. I'm like, you exercise? Yeah, I exercise like quite a bit, 5 times a week. And they're like, what's your screen time like? Doctor, I can't talk about it. But yeah, Raccoon Tweeties is a great name. We stand by Jamar. But you were saying, Marty. Yeah, Marty, if for people listening, I'm like tapping on the desk. If for people listening, if you don't know who Marty is, Marty used to run this open mic out of his house. Yeah. Did you ever go?
Oh, yeah, I went there.
So I never went to Marty's. Can you believe it?
See, I'm more LA trenched than you are, dog.
Yeah, right. I know who he is, though. I just knew not to go there.
I went there, and I would go with my cousin, so I wouldn't do drugs. But everyone was doing drugs at Marty's.
What kind of drugs?
Drugs, baby.
Like coke?
I think so, yeah.
In the bathroom?
I wouldn't do it, though, so I don't know.
Right. Well, I didn't know that everybody did drugs there. But when I first moved to LA, people were like, oh, yeah, Marty's. You can go to Marty's. It's like every day. It's a guy. I want you to describe what it actually is, because this is coming from somebody who... I had a tweet that went viral, like did very well about Marty's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I'll look it up while you tell yours. So what I was told was Marty's is like a show, or it's an open mic where you pay $5, you go to this guy's house. He like plays the piano and doesn't pay attention to anybody. He has headphones on. And sometimes people aren't even in the room. Like you might perform for one person or even no one.
Yeah. And
he opens up the show and says some pretty crazy shit. But tell me what happened when you went to Marty's.
From my experience going to Marty's, are you listening or are you just going to?
I'm listening, but I want to see if I can find this.
From my experience going to Marty's, there'd be some comics chilling with Marty. He never remembered me every time I went. And the comics that would chill with Marty would go on first because they would have an audience since you're a new comic. And Marty, is there any words I'm not allowed to say?
Words you're not allowed to say? Yeah. Like what?
Yeah, like any words.
Don't say racial slurs.
Okay. He would go on stage and do rape jokes for like 5 to 10 minutes. Marty would.
Right.
Which made you laugh because you didn't expect that. First impressions are everything in this town. And that was Marty's first impression, was just saying gnarly R-word jokes the whole time. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to nobody right now. It's hard to say this.
I'm listening. I'm just trying to find the tweet I did. Okay. I got it now. Now I got it pulled up. But all right, so you don't even have a specific thing about what happened at Marty's. You're like, you go there, and he like, can I say it? Can I say what it is? And it sounds like you're making it up. Did you even go?
Yes, I went. You can't hear me because you're on your fucking phone.
I'm listening to you, stupid bastard. So you didn't have to tell a single thing that happened. It's just like very
I said,
vague.
There's comics hanging out with Marty,
right?
Like what I said.
Like who?
Jamar neighbors, people at the store.
Name them.
Ron, Tyler. I'll say fucking names. I don't give a shit.
I'm teaching you how to do a good story, man. Since it's vague shit.
Oh my god. Dude. And so they would be chilling with Marty, and as soon as somebody walks in, it's all of a sudden there's an open mic happening.
Yeah.
But they go first so that they have an audience. They do 10 minutes or whatever. This is my experience. I don't give a fuck if it's true or not.
You're mad.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, man. Leave me alone, man.
And so then by the time you go up, nobody's really listening because they don't give a shit. But like I said, Marty does just rape jokes for fucking 5 to 10 minutes, dude. And then you leave as fast as possible.
That is what I heard. So here's what I wrote about it, having never been. And you can see if it's similar to what Gerardo just said. When I first moved to LA, I asked about this open mic on Bad Slava and was told it's in a guy's apartment. He does the same material at the top every time. A lot of it is about child molesting, and you pay $5, and most of the time no one's there. And then I wrote, that mic lasted 7+ years.
Yep.
Because it did. It lasted 7 years, Marty. But Marty was like some creepy old man.
A lot of pictures of pornography everywhere. Just
There's
like
porno on the wall?
Yeah, so like comics like showing their tits and stuff. I remember that from Marty's. Just
bunch of pictures of comedians showing their tits, or actual comedians showing their tits there?
Yeah, they were all pictures taken there.
Yeah. Oh, like they're pictures of when they did it.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that Marlon Wayans would go there.
Really?
Yeah. And there was like a picture of him up on the... Because every once in a while there'd be like comics that... I mean, like Jamar, I guess Marlon Wayans, and some of the Wayans people.
Yeah.
Would go to this mic. Because it was in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was very good class. Great mic. A lot of people had a lot of fun there. But no, I steer clear of it because I just assumed that no audience and child molesting jokes weren't good for me on my emotional state.
But like coming up, I went to the Ice House every Wednesday when I was first starting, like my first 5 years of comedy.
So were there any crazy people that went up that you remember?
Yeah, dude.
Like
Fuck yeah.
like name one.
Earthquake, craziest person. Just kidding.
Earthquake is like a headliner comic. He's like,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, there was one guy that went up. I don't remember crazy people's names, dude, but this one guy went up.
That's the thing, though. You would, like, people like Mystery Dan, you do remember Mystery Dan.
I don't know. There was one guy that went up and did all of a bit from Shakespeare by, what's his name? That one comic, Thoughts and Prayers comic. What is his name? Anthony Jeselnik. He did a whole Anthony Jeselnik bit from Shakespeare.
Anthony Jeselnik bit from Shakespeare? What do you mean?
You never heard Shakespeare by Anthony Jeselnik?
No.
Is
it a comedy
album,
special?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to hate on Anthony Jeselnik, but it's not my kind of comedy.
Yeah.
I'm not really into that kind of stuff. All right. So, do you know... I'll read you my top 10, and we'll see how many you know.
Okay.
These are like the top 10 of the most ridiculous people I've met while doing comedy in Los Angeles. So, number 1 is Mystery Dan, who you know.
Yes.
Number 2 is the Meatballs of Comedy.
No. What? This is not...
All right, I'm going to come back to that. Number 3 is the Verzi triplets.
Yeah, I know the Verzi triplets.
So 2 out of 3. So you did, yeah. So yeah, your chops are good. I'm sorry that I said that you're clearly angry that I said you've never been to Marty's.
You bring up pointless people, and yes, you're fucking pointless if I don't know you.
Ember Knight.
No.
See, that's interesting that you don't know Ember because I put her on my list, and I noticed that like Dom is doing some kind of fundraiser for her.
Oh, I know who that is, but I don't know her. I know I saw that thing though.
All right, so 3 out of 2.
Yes,
or 2 out of 3. I mean, I'm like, see how tired I am.
3 out of 4. You're wrong.
3 out of 4. There, see, I'm glad you're here.
Oh
so
my god! Good. And I don't know anything.
A Gaylord Dingler.
I've heard that name, but I don't remember.
You have heard that name?
Yeah.
See, that's the one that's like kind of like I don't know if you know, but I'll come back to all of them. Boone Shakalaka.
I fucking went up after Boom Shakalaka my first time at the Comedy Store.
There you go. So most of Nick
Boom Shakalaka is the reason why I'm not a paid regular at the Comedy Store.
Boone Shakalaka stole my fame.
No, I'm just kidding.
Boone Nick Country.
Yes, Nick Country has glasses.
Yes, Nick Country also died. R.I.P. Sorry,
he fucking died.
Yeah, he died. Yeah. Yeah, I think he died over the pandemic. I think in 2021. I wish I didn't know.
Rest in peace, Nick.
I found that out after I put him on the list.
Ugh.
But no disrespect. There are other dead people on the list.
Oh my god, dude.
Pam the burrito lady.
You've talked about her a lot, and I feel like I know.
Have
her.
I?
Yes.
I don't even remember. I just thought she had a great name. She probably doesn't belong on this list. She may be a normal person. I think I saw her one time, but I was just like, need women on the list. Pam the burrito lady sounds funny. Perry Kurtz. No,
don't know.
So that's the first person that you don't know.
Second person.
Or Gaylord Dingler.
No, no Gaylord.
Addleston Fitzgerald Holder.
I've heard that name. I've heard that name before.
Have you ever seen Addleston?
I'm sure I have, but I don't know who that is.
Right. So let's go back. So the Meatballs of Comedy. This is the number 2 person on the list.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this is, I know we've been kind of are saying random crazy shit, but this is kind of interesting because it's the lore of open mic comedy in LA, and maybe that isn't interesting, but I think it is. The Meatballs of Comedy. They were a group, a duo.
I've always wondered what Johnny Gold was like when he was younger, and I feel like it's you, dude.
Did Johnny Gold do comedy when he was really young here?
I think, yeah, he started in the 80s.
Okay, but I don't think I'm going to like turn into someone who's like, I don't want to talk shit about Johnny. I already did.
Yeah.
He's a little, all I'll say with Johnny is he's a little loose with the racial stuff on stage. So I don't think I'll ever be there.
Yeah.
I can't imagine ever doing that.
Every road starts with
I don't think he means it. Now I sound like I'm apologizing for him.
Oh my God.
But it's bad. It can get bad.
He has open micer tatted on his arm.
No way, really?
Yes.
No, I don't really like going to open mics. I don't see it being tatted on my arm.
Yeah.
I will quit at that point. So hopefully far before that happens. But the Meatballs of Comedy is like a duo comedy group. They were 2 Italian guys, but they like did like stereotypical names. Like one was Vinny and another one was Tommy or something like that. And the thing that was funny about them is Vinny always stayed the same. It was always the same guy. He's like this short, like eventually older Italian man.
Yeah.
But Tommy was constantly fired. So it'd be a new Tommy. Every time you saw them, he'd like give them the boot or whatever. And they would come on stage and they'd go, I'm Vinny, I'm Tommy, and we're the Meatballs of Comedy. And it was terrible. Like they got paid road work though doing this shit. So it would be like, Vinny would be like, I like to do things like this. And then Tommy would be like, because we're Italian. Like they had like, what do they call meatballs? I can't remember any of their jokes. They're so bad. But it'd always be like, da-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na. The punchline was always that they were like stupid Italians. Yeah. So they were great. That's why they got number 2 on my list. The next one was that I went over.
What about Boy Ugly?
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Boy Ugly.
Yeah.
Great name, but I don't know if he would really make... Did he say crazy shit?
Yeah, he said the craziest shit.
He's a chatterbox guy.
All of his jokes led to the punchline being that he murdered somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I thought he was like a likable guy. I would never pay attention to what he said.
It was wild. And he's like, you ever just like have the knife in your hand and you just like want to do something about it? Yeah.
I completely missed out on that.
Yeah.
Damn. That's kind of like you with other people that I'm talking about. I guess I just never paid attention to Boy Ugly.
I remember one time he was getting laughs and then he was like, all right, what about this one? I was in my car, right? And I heard a boom, boom. Why do you have to kill somebody every time you do comedy, dude?
He's doing well. He gets nervous. He's like, oh, fuck, how do I kill someone? How do I kill someone in this bit? The next one was the Verzi triplets, who I've talked about on the show before. Triplets that do comedy together. One of them was born without a penis. But I've talked about them a lot.
Is that true?
Yes. That's their bit.
I know you said that already on the podcast. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Because that's a funny bit, but it's not real.
It is their whole thing.
I want you to bring all 3 of them into my apartment and show me.
I don't know which one it is. It's Sean or Mitchell or Alex.
Well, that's all 3 of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be any of them. But they won't tell which one it is. They're just like, yeah, one of us doesn't have a dick. I don't know. It's a weird bit. Ember Knight. It's weird to say people's full names, isn't it? I don't care. Ember Knight would go on stage, and I've never met this person. They came and did my mic one time, but they would go on stage and they would get fully naked and pretend to commit suicide. They would have a gun. This sounds like I'm making it up because I said the thing about the Verzis. That was a joke. One of them wasn't born without a penis.
What the fuck, dude?
I'm kidding. I don't know why I think it's funny to tell people that, but I do. And I do it often. I keep telling them they need to do that as their bit. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh my God.
I'm the crazy person.
Yeah.
I'm the 21st person on this list. But Ember Knight, literally, she'd go in a bear costume, would get naked and like have a gun to her head and like threaten to kill herself. And that was her joke. That was her stand-up for like 5 minutes. Isn't that crazy?
I don't understand.
Yeah. I remember when I didn't know who they were because like people were tweeting like, oh my God, I was just at the clubhouse and this person got naked with a gun and like pretended to kill himself. I remember being like, what the fuck is that?
Is Ember Knight a woman?
Yes.
Okay. White woman.
It is less disturbing when it's a woman. But yes, I believe they're white.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? What would you do if somebody got naked and put a gun to their head?
It's the only time I'm vocal during comedy is when I don't like it.
You would heckle them?
I wouldn't heckle them. I would just go, oh, jeez.
That's such a funny reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
someone's
God.
gonna kill themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, dang
Yeah.
it.
Jesus Christ.
What are we? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that.
Like Johnny Stewart talking about like the cat's penis. Like he's like, my pink is as big as a cat's dick, so I put it in my cat's butthole. So like that's one of his bits.
Oh, I don't like stuff when
See,
people talk
notice
about
how the first thing you said was, oh.
Yeah, that is. I guess you're right. When people talk about doing like sex stuff to like animals, I know they're not serious. You hope, but it's always too much. That and incest.
Yeah.
I don't think anything is funny about incest.
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, the punchline's like, and then I blew my dad. It's like, what? Do you not have a dad?
Or the annoying punchline in comment sections is like, oh, I wish they would have said sorry about that, stepsis, or something like that. You know.
Oh God.
See, you did it too. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
That's just so like when I'm at the chatterbox and you hear me go, oh, jeez. I don't do it a lot, but I do it whenever I feel fit.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That is what I do.
I don't believe in talking during other people's sets ever. Like if somebody's talking directly to me, I don't say anything.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I'm at an open mic, dude. Are you at a fucking open? Don't do crowd work at an open mic. You know?
That is the worst when people do crowd work.
Yeah.
I'm like, most of these people, to their credit, would not do crowd work because they're too crazy for that.
Oh, jeez.
Gaylord Dingler. Gaylord Dingler was a famous open mic comedian back in the day, way before my time.
Yeah.
Who would go to the Comedy Store during like the time of like Andrew Dice Clay, and he would always tell the same exact joke, and it made no sense, and it had something to do with like his arm being ripped off, and he had 2 arms, so it made no it made no sense. I never.
What's with you and missing limbs, dude?
What do you mean?
No dick, no arm.
Oh, I guess yeah. I didn't make Daylor. I didn't write his joke.
You wrote the
I
verses.
just did the Verzi thing because I think it's funny to say one of them doesn't have a penis.
Yeah, but when I fucking challenge you on it, don't tell me that's true.
What? Oh yeah. Well, you knew it wasn't true.
I didn't.
You didn't know that?
Your whole point was trying to convince me that it's real.
Oh, I didn't even think. I thought you knew.
No.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I've never talked to a single Verzi triplet.
I'm playing 3D chess with your brain right now.
You made me want to fuck one of them, so see if the fucking dick's there or not. I told you that you could bring them all 3 here and see.
There's an easier way to see their dick than you don't have to have sex with them.
No, I mean, come on.
You're like, come on, man, they're kind of hot.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna go with Italians, you know. Pretty soon I'm gonna come in and you'll be betraying me with Rob Puglisi. Big
Are we still in a war with them?
Not anymore. I mean, I don't have anything against them, and you want to have sex with them. So.
Yes. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of odd Jesus. The next one with Boone Shakalaka, who's another Comedy Store guy. If you ever go to the Comedy Store, Boone is like this crazy homeless dude that sells stuff. I think he like sells stuff out of his car.
Dude, Joe Rogan talked about him the other day.
He did?
Yep.
What did Joe Rogan say?
Just exactly what you said. Anyone that's big that talks about Boone Shakalaka is just that they bought a shirt or a CD off of him.
So Joe Rogan bought something from Boone Shakalaka?
Yeah, he recently talked about it on one of the latest episodes with like a comic.
So see, this is mainstream.
Yeah.
Some big names talk about this stuff.
Everyone talks about Boone Shakalaka.
I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just doing what doing what a lot of people do. So Boone Shakalaka, but beyond that, Boone is also like a effeminately gay man who will go on stage in like very strange clothes, like almost like 70s style. And he'll say things that don't make any sense. Like sometimes they put him up as a joke and he'd be like, look at all you sexy motherfuckers. Like that kind of stuff. Like, you gross. Look at that. That was a young man. He's disgusting. I hate him. I fucking hate him. And he would do stuff like that. And people would be like, yeah. Or they'd be like, what the fuck? I think he was popular, I'm guessing, in the days when the Comedy Store would just be like, whatever. We have nothing going on. So Boone can just be here and like do whatever he wants. It's very strange. When you walk in the Comedy Store, like, I don't know, 7 years ago, and Boone would be there just like free reign doing whatever he wants, you'd be like, is this really the Comedy Store that I've heard about?
The Mecca of comedy?
The Mecca of comedy. Like, who is this? That's a cool thing, though, about the store. Not so much the old lack of security, but the idea that anybody that isn't like interested in comedy can sort of just like hang out there. You don't even really need to pay to get in. Yeah. Really, that's just for the people who want to watch the show. They're paying for the seats and the drinks. And
so are you telling me when you go to the Comedy Store, you don't have to pay to get in?
No.
Oh, still even after the pandemic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that?
I knew that, but I thought the pandemic maybe changed that.
No, if you're a comedian, you just walk in.
I know that.
Yeah, I mean, and most of the people there, it's changed a lot. They're almost all entirely people that I know. All the door guys, even the security guard, Anthony.
The security guard.
Yeah, slip back in the East Coast. Anthony is a comic who I'm friends with from Worcester, Mass. Shout out to Anthony. I don't think he listens to the podcast. But yeah, I mean, it's weird, dude. Boone makes the list because he's probably the most famous person on the list. I put him on my Mount Rushmore of comedy. I don't know if you're an old fan of Cooney, you would see that post.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out Luke Schwartz. I love you, dude.
Where's Luke?
Not just the camera.
Oh,
shout out. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Give it up for your time for Luke. He'll like a mention.
And also, Keith Johnson, you're cool too, man. I love you guys.
Yeah, do they even record their podcast anymore?
I don't know.
I don't see. I hope we didn't outlast Good Friends, Bad People.
Do they? Do you want me to check? I'll check.
Yeah, see if they have I'm subscribed, so I feel like I would have heard it if they had.
You probably haven't if you subscribe.
While you're looking, number 7, R.I.P. Nick Country. Now you've seen Nick Country. Describe what Nick Country's act is like.
There was this teacher in 10th grade that I had named Mr. Mariansky. Mm-hmm. And I was dead sure that it was Mr. Mariansky when I saw Nick Country. So I almost said hi to him.
Whoa, he looked that much like him?
Yes, because Mr. Mariansky had what I call a brick stomach,
Right.
where it's like a square it's like literally a protruding square stomach. And like he was a geometry teacher, so he would draw on the board and breathe really heavy, you know?
Was he a big fat slob?
Yes.
Because that's Nick Country was like
big fat
out of
slob.
control. He was like he was a fat guy that like didn't care at all. Like his stomach would be showing. Sometimes he wore basketball shorts.
Yeah.
On stage, and he had glasses.
Sweaty guy.
Always sweaty. And he would go on stage sometimes with like a cocktail, and he'd put the cocktail on the stool, and he'd go, "All right, you fucking today I went out, I saw some bitch, and I told the bitch that I was gonna like, I told her that I wanted a can of soup, and I don't know if he actually said those things, but like that was like he would say crazy shit. I wish I could remember these people's bits, man. It's been so long.
Yeah, make your fucking favorite list and you don't remember the bits.
Yeah, well, they're not really my favorite.
And the Verzi bit's not even fucking real.
Which Verzi bit?
The dick bit.
Oh, yeah. The Verzis don't really have bits. They don't really do stand-up. They kind of just go up there and they're like some weird improv thing where they go like, all right, guys, hey, what's up, man? And then they're like get mad at each other. They're like, Sean's always like, he brings home chicks, they're ugly. And then
fuck
Sean's
you,
like,
dude.
hey, I don't bring home chicks that are ugly.
Yeah.
It like never
they're
works.
like a human 5-card Monty.
Yeah, I don't understand, which is why I told them to do the penis thing. I think that would work.
All right, let me see. So
Perry Kurtz was like this crazy old man that wore like those like old style pants that would go up to here and suspenders, and he was on like America's Got Talent. He had some weird thing where he's like the old rapping baby or something like that.
Yeah.
He's like some valley guy that was like atrocious, and he would bring his daughter around, and I shouldn't have put him on the list because it's just boring. Adelson Fitzgerald Holder the First. You've probably heard me talk about him before. That guy was this like insane dude that pretended to be Jamaican. He would go on stage and he would always wear a suit, and he'd be like, "Hey man, man." He would like talk like that.
That guy was hilarious.
You thought that guy was funny?
Hell yeah, dude.
I hated him.
Oh, dude, so funny.
So what was a joke that do you
I remember who you're talking about now. Yeah. It's just the rhythm of speech and the accent, and it's fucking comedy, dude.
He would do like this. He would like undo the microphone and be like, "Oh, hey, look it out. Open mic, man. Oh,
I remember that. Yeah.
He had some joke where the
that
punchline,
joke, not the best joke.
He's like, you know how I know a wolf's gay? Because the wolf went, "Ow!" And he would be like, hey, why you not laughing? Anytime he would bomb, he'd be like, why you not laughing? Why you not laughing? And then he would, he's like, hey, what are the other things you said? Why you no laugh, man? Damn, dude, I don't remember shit, dude. This is, I literally don't remember any of the reasons. But
your phone is frying your fucking brain, dude.
I know my screen time, dude. It's like 12 hours now.
You already talked about it, didn't you?
It's half the day, dude. Just half the freaking day.
What did your doctor say again?
My doctor was like, "Hey, man, can I check your screen time?" My doctor was like, "Why do you keep tweeting about being dead? Do you get these text messages where they're just from like random people that are like, home alone, need a bed partner? Fuck me."
Oh, can I tell you about this man? Can I tell you about this Spanish-speaking woman that has messaged me like so many fucking times? She sends me these pictures and messages about the church gatherings that are happening in Spanish.
That's like the exact opposite of what I get.
And then exactly. Yeah. And then she asked me if I was going to be somewhere on Sunday in Spanish, and then she called me right after sending that text message. I haven't told her that I'm not the person she's trying to contact, and it's been like 10 messages deep. I feel like she's some old lady looking for her friend, or like her friend gave her a fucked up phone number.
And why don't you say it's not me or whatever?
It's funny.
That's not at all what's happening to me though.
Yeah.
You don't get those?
I get those emails. Those emails where it's like $50, you can have all of it, baby.
But it doesn't, you don't get any texts that do it?
I used to get texts that say like fuck me, and then it's like a hyperlink.
Yeah. What is that? My mom gets them too. She's like, Brandon, do you know? It was funny when she showed me. She was like, do you know why I get texts like this? And I like take my mom's phone and it's like, hey, bitch, you want to suck this big fat cock? And I'm like, I don't know, but I get the same text, Mom. It's so brutal, man. My dad, I guess my dad doesn't get texts like that, or he just never reads his phone.
Yeah.
Anyways, my dad hands like, yeah, you know why I get these texts here? It's like, suck my clit, big daddy. Are you lonely? Are you all alone? Do you want to come on my face?
Your dad's like, you know how I can follow through on this?
Yeah, how do I get on there? How do I...
How do I get more of these texts?
That's disgusting. Old people, just like the world we live in now, old people are getting texts that are like, hey, hot stuff. Wouldn't it be great if you stuck your dick inside my asshole? I'm horny now. Love anal. It's like some 8-year-old woman gets that shit.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucked up, dude. I don't know why that's going on. There should be like a fucking like This American Life on figuring out why we all get those texts.
I know.
Biden could, that's something Biden could do. He could be like, hey, what we're gonna do is
stop asking people to fuck me.
Yeah, get these texts. You get them in there. You'll check your phone, and then it says they're gonna fuck you, and they're not actually gonna fuck you.
By the way, get the vaccine.
Get the vaccine. I mean,
Yeah.
If you're going out responding to these text messages about blowjobs you can get on a Friday night, get boosted. Man, those texts trip me out, dude, because I'm like, what do they get out of it? If you click on it, is anyone like, all right, I do want a blowjob from a lonely MILF.
Well, imagine if you got 51st dated and you start getting like short-term memory loss and you're like, oh shit, is this somebody that I met recently and they want to fuck me again? You know?
And they talk like that.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, I need to stop drinking.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it was one person sending all those texts. It's just one very horny MILF. The horniest MILF, and it's a real MILF, and she just sends it to everybody. She's just like, you know what? Sometimes I like being a trucker that's lonely. Sometimes I like being a horny librarian. It's whatever fills my hole that night, you know?
Oh,
people probably respond. You know, another character I left off. I didn't do the full 10. I could do the full 10, but it would take too long.
No, keep doing it.
You want me to do more?
Yes.
All right.
I want you to do longer podcasts. You do 30 minutes. Like, you get loose and then you stop.
I know. The first 20 minutes. I was like, this guy's name isn't his name. Move on.
We should do this a 4-hour podcast, dude, every week.
I listed off the names. Is that enough? Fucking my phone will die. Like my ego.
I feel like Brendan Cuny has a firewall around him that we need to break down with some water, dude.
Yeah.
And it's called 30-minute podcast.
You know, one time I tweeted Arcade Water, and it got no likes. Do you get what that one is?
Arcade Fire.
Yeah, and I said Arcade Water, and I was standing next to Steven Moreno, and he was like, "That's funny, man." Got 1 like. You know who it was?
Steve Moreno. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the meme where? Oh, I love this meme, dude. Have you ever seen the meme? It's Harry Potter and the red-haired guy Ron, and Harry Potter's like, "Where were you when I was creating my podcast account and tweeting about it, and it only got 5 likes?" And Ron's response is, "I was too busy creating 4 fake accounts, mate." That's you and me, dude. You're fucking making fake accounts, liking my shit, dude. That's what I like about you. All right, so I said 20 more, and I retweeted and said, again, this is just my opinion.
No, you're the ginger, dude. So you're the one.
I was making 4 accounts, mate.
Yeah.
Gerardo, you get mad about like Isimo, like the amount of like watches it got on a TikTok. I was there watching it.
Making 200,000 accounts,
Making 200,000 accounts, mate, just so you and Ryan and Dom have a great viewership. So number 11, Jennifer Gable, who we talked about on the show. We didn't say her name that time, but who cares?
Yeah, I had to find it and beep it out.
Yeah, no reason to bleep it out.
Psycho. She's a psycho.
She's a psycho, and she called the fire marshal. Who even knows how to do that? How do you know how to call the fire marshal?
I can't even get on the phone with the bank, dude.
Yeah, Gerardo said he would rather die than get a new debit card.
And I had to get a new debit card, so I didn't die.
But he told me that if he had told me that like when it happened, I would have been like, no, you have to get a debit card. But he waited a long time, and he would always use Apple Pay, and I thought I was just some like old boomer donk. And I was like, oh, I guess people always use Apple Pay now. And he's like, the reason he did that is because he didn't have a debit card.
Well, I get paid for everything through my debit card, so I had to find a window of opportunity to switch the debit card. And I thought to myself, why not just die, dude? You know?
I think when I was really depressed back in the day, like, and I hated driving to work, sometimes I'd be like, that was when I won't go into more details, but I was depressed.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be driving and I never wanted to kill myself. I'm not that depressed, but I would have thoughts like, You know what? Stop being so sad, dude. You could literally die right now. You could get into a car accident. You'd just be dead.
Yeah.
then I would laugh because I thought that was hilarious. I was like, you're driving to work and your thought to make yourself feel better is that you could die in a car accident.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, I told you I haven't showered for like 5 days, and you're like, oh, you're depressed.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. That's another thing. No debit. You didn't want to get a debit card and you hadn't showered for 5 days. These are things you take to therapy. I mean, I don't have a therapist, but therapy is.
I feel like even my therapist, when I'm saying like I don't want to change my debit card, oh jeez, you know.
she'd have the same response to someone saying that a joke about incest that ends with them blowing their sister.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about going to therapy when I went?
I think so, but go ahead.
Right when I sat down, I was just like,
you start crying immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad move.
And then the lady I canceled twice in a row, and the second time she charged me, and I cussed her out, and I stopped going to therapy.
And that's the thing that happens in therapy, because people that go to therapy are the kind of people that would cancel an appointment and then they like get charged and they're like, listen, I can't keep an hour open for you if you cancel all the time.
Yeah.
And you're like, but you're used to this, right? Because this is like every therapy. Like, you have, yeah.
But the thing, I canceled with the appropriate amount of time, but she still charged me the second time. So guess what I did? Oh, this all comes back together, dude. Guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I got a new debit card, dude.
For
real. They couldn't charge me, so they never did.
Yeah, that's good. A good move.
Shout out Soul Tenders, dude.
Or you could have just been honest and you know, I can't do this anymore.
No, I could. My schedule's fucked. You know my.
Yeah.
My
this is a recent thing?
This is like 2 years ago.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you know, therapy is what it is. You can figure it out on your own. Just read some books about it.
No,
your problem is.
No, I'd rather just hold on to this debit card forever.
Yeah, I wasn't saying read a book about the debit, like, you know.
Oh, therapy.
But anyways, the next person on the list, Alexis Arquette. Do you know who that is?
No, you want to look her up?
No, but this is a kind of a famous. They believe they went by she. Alexis Arquette is David Arquette and Roseanne Arquette's
daughter,
sister.
Oh,
they were in Pulp Fiction back when they were presenting as a man. I hope that's right. You know, like, you know the scene where like Samuel Jackson has the gun in the apartment and he's like, look at the brain on Brad. Alexis is like in the back, like, I don't know if they get killed or what, but they're in that scene. They're an actress or actress.
Are they a trans person?
Yeah,
okay.
But it was before all the labels. It was before, so I don't really know what they were. Never like, they weren't the kind of person who would be like, and my pronouns are, because they were kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Not in like a bad way, but like, you know, like a party type of crazy.
Yeah.
So they used to go, they sort of did stand up, and they would always do this one that Ryan Pfeiffer and John Silver ran.
Not real people.
Ryan Pfeiffer and John Silver, shout out. They did a great open mic. That was many people's first open mic at the Hollywood Hotel. And
I used to go there all the time.
Yeah, people would argue with me when I say the word great, but I enjoyed it. Bomb Shelter. But they also did an open mic at the Lexington that was part open mic, part karaoke.
Part crack house, dude.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
Yes.
But Alexis would be there and she would do stand up and music, and she was so like friendly. One time she came up to me and she was like, "Hey," and I'm like, "How you doing?" And she's like, "You know," and I had a hat on, but she still saw what was left of my hair, and she was like, "You know, I love redheads." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And she's like, "Yeah, I love the way the sun glistens on their pubes in the morning when you've hooked up or something like that." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, very nice." I think I was flattered. Alexis Arquette wanted to bang me, clearly, right? You don't talk about someone's pubes, and that's why she made the list. She would get crazy and get like drunk and like dance and be like really insane, but I enjoyed watching it. What you like? What do you got to say?
You just don't say that to somebody. That's so aggressive.
It was too much, but I enjoyed it.
Is that okay? That's not okay.
I mean, if the roles were reversed, that would be weird. You know, if you like you were the aggressor.
No. Anybody saying that to anyone is fucking weird.
I wasn't bothered by it at all.
Yeah,
I was flattered. You know, she didn't try and like, she didn't like put her hands on me or something like that.
Yeah.
But even then, I'd just be like, I'm just not into it. But
I say she was using her position of power of being David Arquette's sister, dude.
Honestly, like someone not famous doing that to me, I would probably be just as happy with it. I'd be like,
I like the way your pubes glisten in the light.
I'd be like, thanks. That to me is funny. There's why, because there's no there's nothing that Alexis can do to me, you know? Like if they were really aggressive and it got to a point I could literally just like throw them somewhere, you know? Not that I'm advocating violence.
Jesus Christ.
But like there's no threat. That's why. So it's just funny.
Nah.
What? Oh,
I disagree, dude. I'm not cool with anyone coming up to me.
Yeah, not everybody is.
Using sexual innuendos and saying glisten at the same time, dude.
Yeah, that's okay. That's you.
Yeah.
You're not okay with it, which is fine. It's fine not to be okay with it. But me personally, I'm not saying it's good or bad that I'm not. I'm literally flattered.
Yeah.
Anybody complimenting me in any way, I'm like, thank you. I appreciate it. Now, will anything come of it? No, because you're a lunatic. But I enjoy your company as a friend. And R.I.P. Alexis also passed away.
Did you happen to go to open mics this last week?
Yeah, a little bit.
Dude, so aggressively horny, everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that. No one was horny to me.
No, I'm saying on stage. Their jokes and stuff.
I wonder what that is.
Valentine's Day is coming up next week. Anyone else got a raging boner right now?
There are jokes about Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I actually skipped. I didn't hear many Valentine's Day jokes, thank God. I don't want to hear that.
Ugh.
Those are kind of depressing.
Yeah.
I don't really like hearing about that.
Did you ever go to a open mic on Valentine's Day?
Probably. I mean, I was in LA. I was really in a relationship for like 4 or 5 years, so probably not those years, but the other years, yeah.
A lot of reverse psychology, dude.
What do you mean?
You guys wish you were at home fucking, huh?
Oh God, yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
Another cliche. That's another thing. I've been doing these open mics so long that like I literally can't take some of the cliches now.
Yeah.
They like bother me so much when people come up and they're like, "Yeah, so this mic's pretty bad, huh?" No one's laughing.
Yeah.
It sucks, right?
Yeah.
I'm ending comedy tonight.
Yeah.
It's like, do you think maybe the reason the mic is so bad is because of you? That's what I want to say to them.
Look at these 3 in the front row on Valentine's Day. They probably should all fuck each other, huh?
What are you guys doing here? Like, we're all losers for being here on a Thursday night. Huh? It's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You think I haven't heard that before? The reason I'm not laughing is not because I'm mad or offended or whatever. It's just because I fucking
hate you.
This has been said to me like a million times.
Yeah.
The only things that are they haven't heard a million times at this point are original thoughts in your head that happen during your day, which I'd prefer to hear than this like, oh man, I can't even think of any more cliche things. But there was a guy doing that. He was like, it's my first time doing stand up. We're like, hey, yeah. But then instead of doing jokes and being nervous, he was like, stand up sucks, huh?
Yep.
And we're like, yeah, it sucks. That's why we're here doing it, because it sucks so much. Yeah, comedy sucks. That's why 10 people just paid to do it in front of you moron. No, it doesn't suck. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, you guys didn't laugh at that one, but they like that joke in Lodi.
The people that are like, this worked last night or this worked 3 years ago. Even hearing people talking about them, I'm like, if you even talk about people saying that, I'm like, that's hack. I've heard that 100 million times.
You know what's not hack? Attacking the audience, dude.
Attacking the audience, always good.
Yep.
Always a good call. They deserve it.
Are you on the second part of your list now?
Yeah, I'm on 13. 13 is Go. Do you ever see Go?
Nope.
Go is another homeless guy.
Oh, of course.
A little scarier than the rest of them. He was like he's very skinny. One time I saw him at an open mic and he was talking to me. He was like, yeah, man, I'm just working on a new thing because like I'm just tight right now. I'm just very tight. Super tight. And I was like, I didn't know what he meant, but I didn't want him to elaborate. So I was like, oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm tight myself, dude.
I was worried tight meant like, I don't know. Something, because he would say things about Jewish people. Oh. So I was just like, didn't want to go any further with what tight means.
Wait a minute. With you, have you ever been, let's say, have you ever pissed off anyone at an open mic?
Yeah, of course.
Like purposefully, or were you drunk or something? Are you aggressive with people at all? Like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing here? You know?
Probably, but nothing like comes to mind like specifically. But yeah, I definitely get mad. I have a big temper, but I try not to at open mics because I look out in the crowd. I'm just like, I could get mad, and that might be fun for me, just because the set's not going well. But then I'm like, nah, I'll just try to win them back. Maybe one of these jokes will work, and then of course it doesn't. But yeah, why?
I'm just wondering. I don't see you being the guy that's like tough love.
Yeah, most of the time not. Sometimes I will be like, yeah, you guys suck or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you can be funny like that, but also if it gets to the point where you look out and no one's paying attention, sometimes the thing to do, I think, is just to like full on have any way you can have fun. Like I was at some terrible mic the other night, and I looked at it and I was like, I wasn't bombing because I was like, no one is like listening. So I was like, and another thing, because I like doing that. Just I like the way it sounds. So that made me laugh. And then I like said a joke that was like really off color that I probably wouldn't say again. And that made me laugh. So I kind of just went into that. Like it leaned into something that I wouldn't really do, because maybe you can get something out of that. I don't know. But definitely don't take advice from me.
I think you should go around more often telling people to quit comedy, dude.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Yeah, you should quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And they're like, well, Raccoon Tweety is my favorite podcast.
Never mind.
Yeah. Mark Seltzer is like a psychopath.
He's a psycho.
Yeah. You know him?
He's messaged me on fucking... I've never met this guy.
Yeah.
But he's messaged me.
Yeah, I've talked about him before, I think, on the podcast. One time I did a show, and he sat in the front row with his back to me, which I thought was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, he runs like horrible shows. He did that thing with Alice where
he posted a cleavage pic
to like promote the show.
Yeah.
Very strange, man.
Psycho.
It's like Richie the C. I don't even remember Richie the C, but again,
Richie
great
Gaines?
name. No, not Richie Gaines. That'd be funny. Just I thought about putting like one random like normal comic on this list just to like fuck with
Steve
them.
Hernandez.
Yeah, but they'd be like, why would you do this? Richie the C was some guy that would go to Universal Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
Universal Bar and Grill is like the worst venue for comedy of all time.
I told my girlfriend that when we drove by it the other day, and she's like, "But why?"
I think it's
hard to say why.
The reason is that it's loud and full of, well, not full of, it has like sparsely populated drunks, like barflies that heckle you or don't know where they are. And then just like a bad, like it has a stage, but it's just bad.
Yeah.
Bad vibes. I remember one comic got their car broken into and all their shit stolen for work when they went there. It never has shows that pay anything. You're generally in a lineup of like 14 people.
What's that guy's name? Chris Puth?
Chris Putro.
Putro, yeah.
Yeah, Crispy Comedy. Somebody actually messaged me and they were like, "Oh, no room for Chris Putro on your list?" Yeah. And I was like, "No." But he did his poster supplied the majority of these names. Yeah. And I was like, "What's that guy's name again?" Let me go see who was on Crispy Comedy in May of 2017. And you know who was? E Nutta Butta. E Nutta Butta is actually my favorite. Do you remember E Nutta Butta?
I don't.
Have you ever heard me talk about him?
No.
E Nutta, he would go on stage. He was this guy, black guy. And he'd go, "Hey, y'all, I'm E Nutta Butta. They call me E Nutta Butta because I like to bust nuts."
Oh my God. You're the reason why people fucking propelled William Hung to fame, dude.
I am?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I probably didn't like it. But then I'm like so bitter and like, I'm like, maybe I would enjoy Addleston even. And he's the one I hate the most.
I feel like an old man, dude.
Yeah, I like but he was also very homophobic, but Butta, which is not good. But with that kind of character, just I don't know. I would laugh at the idea of someone saying the things he said.
I like to bust nuts, but not from man.
No, it would be like I like to bust nuts, and they'd be like, "Man," and like do bits like about how he wouldn't want his son to be gay or something like that. And it's just like, you just said bust nuts, dude. You can't. No one takes you seriously. Yeah. Vinny Brar. Which you wouldn't know. Vinny Brar is a Flappers guy.
I used to go to Flappers every week.
Vinny is the only Flappers guy in this list because he is the quintessential Flappers guy. He was this insane Indian dude that like was very like I don't know, maybe like autistic or something like that, and he would just say like I don't even remember, just kind of like slightly offensive things, and like I think he like lived with his parents and he was very weird. He didn't have a car. He would he like, I don't even think he was allowed to have a car. And he became friends with John Parr. Like nobody liked Vinny, really, I don't think. He was kind of ostracized because he ostracized himself and he would never pay attention. But John was like fascinated by him, so they went out to lunch and John like had his phone number and would like hang out with Vinny on the side and like try and figure him out almost like a scientist would.
Oh
And
my God.
I'm kind of jealous.
Whatever happened to Josh Schneider?
Josh should have made the list, actually. I think he's the booker of Flappers now.
Damn, dude.
You can believe that?
He's the fucking top of the food chain.
One of the people that could be easily on this list is now the booker of a comedy club. So this is, being an outlier weirdo is not necessarily a bad thing.
One time I was really drunk at Flappers. I don't drink anymore. I'm sober.
Right. We're doing this sober. Yeah.
Yes.
Both of us, actually.
Yeah, well, you're not sober.
I'm not sober, but I'm sober today. Was I sober on the Super Bowl? No.
Your Valentine is alcohol, dude.
I'm sober most of the time, dude. I drink like very rarely.
I'm just kidding.
I drink like maybe 4 times this month.
No.
No, that's the truth.
Anyways, it's halfway through the month anyways. But
3 times, 2 times? I don't know. Not much, man.
I remember one time I was really drunk at Flappers, no longer a drunk. I sobered up, right? Oh. And I was so fucking upset every time Josh Schneider went on stage. Because, he got a spot he got like a prime spot every time.
Because he worked at the club.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't know, promotions guy or something like that.
I don't care. No.
He'd go up and he'd be like, so I'm a virgin and I've never had sex.
So I was trying to solve my Rubik's Cube the other day. And this ever happened to you when you solve your Rubik's? You take off the stickers and you put them in the right spot?
He, like... If he was saying it in a way, you could be funny doing that, but he would be like, yeah, he would say his age and then that he's a virgin and then do like 5 minutes about being a virgin over and over again. I
decided to dress up today. I got some Jordans.
It was kind of like Richard Lewis-ish if like Richard Lewis had no jokes along with it.
Anyway, one time I was drunk. And Josh Schneider came out, and I said, "Fuck Josh Schneider!" And then I got pulled out of the room.
By who?
By my friends.
They were like, "You can't do that."
Yeah, they're like, "Josh Schneider is God."
Josh called me on the phone one time and told me to delete a Flappers tweet. I told you that, right?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I got a voicemail, and it was like, "Hey, this is Josh from Flappers, Brendan. Got to talk to you about one of your recent tweets. Can you give me a call as soon as you get a chance?"
You called him.
I did call him back.
You fucking cuck, dude.
What? Are you kidding me? I was desperate to hear what he was talking about. I laughed so hard. I posted his voicemail on my Twitter.
Yeah.
And then he called me, or I called him back and I was like, "Hey Josh, what's up, man?" And he was like, "Hey Brendan, yeah, we got to talk about one of your recent tweets." I was like, "Oh yeah, which one?" And he was like, "Well, the one about," because I had tweeted that when Donald Trump like got COVID, I tweeted this picture of like the Flappers logo and they're like making it look like they had said, "Dear Mr. President, get well soon. We're with you." So he was like, "Yeah, man, you can't like use our logo. Like that's against the law or something like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay. So you want me to take it down?" And he was like, "Yeah, you have to take it down because like the logo." And I was like, "Okay." So what I did was I took it down, but then I re-put it up, but I blocked out the logo and like I put like little lines over like Trump's face or something like that. So it's like exactly the same tweet, but like very vague, like very little, stuff left, which is kind of a dick thing to do.
It's not a dick thing to do, dude.
I'm a troll. Am I a troll?
And Flappers is a Ponzi scheme.
Flappers is definitely a Ponzi scheme. I don't want to be a troll though. I might be a troll.
You're trolling real comedy by supporting these fucking mediocre people, dude.
Well, some of them are great. Mystery Dan's probably one of the best joke writers. Mystery Dan's joke writing, I mean, say what you will about his views, but GT, you never seen GT?
I love GT. Rest in peace, GT.
Bird, yeah. We're losing these
Bro,
heroes.
Best bit by GT, dude.
Which one?
He's like, I was on the pier the other day, right? I saw this one girl, and I was on the pier, right? And so I told the girl, I want to eat your pussy, girl. I want to eat your pussy on the pier, baby. And so I'm in there. I'm eating pussy on the pier, man. I'm eating the pussy on the pier. I'm on the pier eating pussy on the pier, man. And that was the whole bit. And then he got the light eventually and came on stage.
A very good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people won't understand that haven't done hours and hours of open mic comedy that some of the people are so bad and it's so draining and you don't get called that when someone goes up there and they say things like that are just like authentically
ridiculous,
different and ridiculous, it's a breath of fresh air a lot of times. Like sometimes it's not.
No.
Often it's not.
Oh, a lot of times where GT was on stage, I wanted to, like, you know.
Yeah. But I would eventually gain like a taste for like, oh, it's GT time.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd hear some version of pussy on the pier.
Pussy on the pier.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, I couldn't do it.
It was like he was a freestyle battle rapper, but he was just saying pussy on the pier, his hands movements and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
GT is, to describe him, as like a short Armenian man that in his real life, I think had a normal bank job or whatever,
Yeah.
but on stage he was like a lunatic that would, you know, oh yeah, I saw this bird, man. And I was like, I made him sound like Chris. I made him sound like fucking Chris.
I had this one joke once about in Glendale is the only place where I saw they had signs saying don't feed the pigeons. Like the Armenians of Glendale and pigeons got in a war, and it's like now turned into a Cold War. And so
between the Armenians and pigeons.
Yeah, so I had this joke, and it's obviously a bomb. It's not a good joke. I never worked on it further, but GT was trying to give me pointers on it way back when I used to go to flat when I was not sober.
He gave you pointers on your joke.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I don't remember. I just remember that's the only time I ever talked to GT.
He came up to me once after a set in Flappers. And he was like, "Yo, man, you're." After I bombed, like no laughter.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yo, man, you're funny, man." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, I really like your stuff, dude. That was good." And I was like, "Okay, thanks." And he's like, "Yeah, I got to get you on my show." And I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." You know, I was not super excited to do GT's Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a good show. I don't know. Because there's sometimes like weirdos will have like a good show and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How do you know? But
Dude, Danny Frank had one of the best shows I was ever on.
you know, Danny, I don't know him, but he like follows me and likes my stuff. I've never met him though. Maybe I have and I don't remember, but I've never seen him do stand up. What do
Dude, he had a great show in Long Beach at Alex's bar, and I guess somebody in his family owns the bar, so they let him put on the show. And best show I've ever been on. Matt Edgar was on it. He headlined and told me I was funny.
Matt's great.
Yeah.
Have you heard the O'Doul's bit?
By Matt?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You haven't heard that?
I'm sure I have, but I don't know bits by names. Like
yeah,
one name.
I honestly don't know many bits by one name, but he has like a closer that's an O'Doul's bit.
Yeah.
Where he's like, nobody just like quits O'Doul's. Like and he goes into it's like, you know, if you quit, or nobody quits alcohol. If you drink O'Doul's, you've like shattered Thanksgivings. And like, you know, he has all these like funny like bits about it. It's a great bit. Anyways, Danny Frank likes more of my tweets than you do, so I kind of like him more than you. So if you ever talk shit about him again, we will physically fight.
Well, guess what, dog? Danny Frank likes more of my tweets than you do, dog.
Whatever, dude.
The only person on Twitter more than Brendan Cooney is Danny Frank.
I like your fucking tweets. You said the tweet that I retweeted did better than any of your tweets.
It's the best tweet I've ever tweeted.
That can't be true.
It's 100% true.
26 likes is the most you've ever done.
Now you're making me feel like shit. Why'd you have to put a number on it? Dude?
This is like Instagram for me. I don't get shit on Instagram or TikTok. Dog, you have like hundreds of thousands of likes on TikTok. Ryan goes on, he's like, hello, and there's like 1 million views. Or you doing your fucking Cholo Bane. Everyone's like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
I was live with people today and they were like, hey bro, so like are you ever gonna put stand-up up again, or you stop doing that shit, dog?
Yeah, that was me talking.
Yeah. With the face.
Me and Keith Johnson.
Sweet shout out, by the way. Good Friends Bad People, shout out to them. They stopped doing their podcast or what?
I don't see any new
I looked
episodes.
it up right now. It's the last episode is December 9th.
You know, Luke pisses people off all the time, so maybe Luke pissed off Keith. It's quite possible.
Shout out Luke, hey.
Or vice versa.
I
think Keith pisses people off.
I don't know Luke personally, but I fucking love that guy. Because you know why? I'm a fucking asshole, dude.
Why?
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, I would think we're all assholes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I think probably all four of us. I don't know Keith and Luke well, but
dude, we should join forces, all four of us, and do an
to
ultra
make the
pod,
least
dude.
the podcast where everyone's like, I have a problem with at least one of them. Oh shit! That shit would end so fast, dude. Because we'd like, I mean, I'm probably the chillest of all four as far as like getting angry, and I get really angry. So
I just know that I've shouted out Luke Schwartz so many fucking times.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
You love him.
Yeah,
that's good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like both those guys. They're great.
Is he on your list?
No, because he's not like that kind of comic.
I've never seen him do good.
Damn, Luke. Oh shit, he thought he was gonna say nice things the whole thing. They said you stink.
No, I've seen him do really good at the chatterbox.
Yeah, I think we knew that was a joke.
Yeah.
But now that you've like had to clarify it, maybe it will really burn. It might really burn this.
Shout out Luke.
Shout out Luke. The last two comics on the list are fucking. One of them is Mr. TV. I know that.
I have no clue who that is.
Mr. TV, I only saw like one time. He was this guy that had like a full on like box that he would roll on the stage.
Yeah.
It was so weird. He's another guy that was on America's Got Talent. He had a very strange disposition where like he was like not friendly at all, and he would roll this thing on the stage and do these like super hacky jokes that made no sense. Like I don't remember why he was called Mr. TV. I think it's because he had like a box that he would put his head through. He'd be like, I'm on TV. Crazy shit like that. Or he'd be like, does anyone want a root beer? I have a glass of root beer. Anyone want a root beer? And we'd be like, no. And he'd pull out like a root beer candy out of his pocket and hand it to somebody. Here you go. Here's a glass of root beer. Like, you're like, what the fuck? I don't remember why. Honestly, look it up on the people I mentioned. They're on America's Got Talent. Look it up because they'll do a better description than me because you'll see it live. Perry Kurtz, Mr. TV, both bombed out of this
Mr.
shit.
TV, the TV bit, that's funny.
You never seen it.
But then you said the fucking root beer bit, that's not funny.
I'm a TV. I'm Mr. TV.
Look, I'm on TV. That's hilarious.
Dave, we should watch the clip. Put on the Mr. TV clip.
Oh, I don't have my computer plugged in.
It's all good. That would take up a lot of time to do. The last one was Mike Muratori. Have you ever seen him?
Mike Muratori.
He was like this guy. I don't know if he's a touring guy or what, but he acted like it. And he would go up and he'd act like he had done stand-up for like 50 years. And he'd go up and just say the most horrendous things like about women and like banging and like prostitutes and like whatever like the most blue shit is. And he had like that sort of like, he was pretending to be like a New York guy or something like that. Like, yeah, oh, look at you, I fuck you. And then this guy, I know he fucks. And then they're like, it was horrendous. It was so fucking bad. Never even came close to funny.
Yeah.
And people wouldn't be like, oh, I like Mike's comedy. And I'd be like, we're never going to speak again.
Can you do me a favor?
I would never, ever stay in the room for Mike Muratori.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I know, I would still put him over Addleston, though. Addleston I hate. Truly hate.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you go like full on YouTube influencer on me really quick? Mm-hmm. And go like, oh, yeah. Hey, guys. This week I'm giving you my top, you know?
Oh, hey, this week I'm giving you my top 20. So, top 20 comedians. So, if you like it, smash that like button and retweet. Yeah. Hey, guys.
Oh, dude, I got lightheaded as fuck right now, dude.
I didn't even think that was funny, so I'm glad it was.
No, do it like regular Brendan voice. Like it's real. Like it's really you trying to be a real YouTube influencer.
Okay. Hey guys, this week on
Drop the dude.
Okay.
What are you doing? You're not a fucking influencer. They don't say It's not affluencer, dude. It's influencer.
Hey guys, Raccoon Titties. This week we're doing. That doesn't even sound like me though.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It's you as an influencer. You're doing perfect.
I don't even watch influencers. I hate that.
That's your problem.
I know.
You watch fucking Boom Shakalaka for 20 hours apparently. Jesus Christ.
I'd rather watch. I've seen Boone Shakalaka like so often. I've never seen a Logan Paul video.
All right, so go for it because we're gonna promote this episode like this.
All right, guys. This is my top 20 list of best comics in Los Angeles that I've ever seen. So if you really like it, smash that like button.
Okay,
if you
how
really
about this?
like it,
So I like the beginning, right? Now go like, and the first one is, and then do like a cheeky smile.
And the first one is.
Yes. Okay, how about this? What if you say, "Hey guys, this is my top LA comics list for whatever," and be like, "And
time.
Ian Russo is nowhere on the list."
I'm not mentioning Ian Russo.
Okay,
I refuse.
Fuck.
But hey guys, this is my top 20 list of all-time comedians in Los Angeles. So if you're watching, subscribe to the YouTube, write a review, and smash that like button.
Oh my god. Okay, we can finish now. That was hilarious. Oh,
right.
Is there anywhere else?
I guess we should do the like checking in with Scott.
Oh, okay, yeah. Checking in with Scott.
Wow. So we're at the end of the podcast.
That was
means checking in with Scott. Checking in with Scott. I don't really have a lot of energy for Scott. So if you have a bad tweet, I'm just going to skip over it. It's so busy at work, I literally didn't notice Coolio was performing in the parking lot. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, Coolio's a Bengals fan. He texted me with he was playing, or he didn't text me, but I think Lisa texted me that Coolio is in there, whatever. Fuck you, Scott. All right. Every week we also do Is Heather okay? Is Heather okay? Probably not. Definitely not after the Super Bowl. A lot of worrisome tweets.
Is she from Cincinnati?
No, but no, she's from Colorado. Last night I was in DTLA in the middle. She'll get very mad that you're like, is she from Cincinnati? That sounds like an insult. She'll probably hate you for life. Last night I was in DTLA in the middle of people fighting and rioting. And tonight people are fighting and rioting in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven next to the laundromat I'm in. Oh no. Heather, drama follows you. Glad you're okay though. It sounds like you're tweeting and safe. All right. Every week we ask our guests who their least favorite comedian is. This week I asked Cassie who her least favorite comedian is, and she said, "Oh my God, fuck, I just fucking miss Nate so much. If Nate was here, Ken would never be able to do stand-up."
Thanks, guys.
Smash that like button. Share my stories.
Oh, that was so funny.
Write a goddamn review. Right, that's what why don't people review my pod?
left a review on Good Friends, Bad People. I said, please. And then on the second line, bring it back.
Nice. I've reviewed that one.
I know. Yours the last one that got, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Review podcasts more.
Yeah. And with that, later.
Yeah, good. Man. Rams, man. Can you believe that? Shoot. Cooper Kupp, that white boy's fast. You know what I'm saying?
You really fucked it up out there, man.
Yeah. We made a good trade with Stafford, but my boy, Aaron Donald. I mean,
hey, you know what happened with Aquafina? That shit crazy, man.
Man, they canceled Aquafina or whatever, man. Because she trying to act like us, man.